We've been staring at the stars for decades, waiting for aliens to show up in flying saucers. But what if they've been here this whole time, just not where we were looking? Today, we're diving deep, and I mean deep deep, like deeper than your ex's apology deep, into a part of Earth we know less about than the surface of Mars. Down there, where sunlight packs up and leaves, are creatures so bizarre they make sci-fi monsters look like cartoon sidekicks. We're talking about animals with blue blood, built-in headlights, and one that straight up yeets its intestines out of its body when it gets stressed. Yeah, these aren't your average goldfish. So buckle up, because we're about to meet the real aliens of Earth, the kind that glow, morph, and haunt your dreams. This is the deep sea, where light dies, pressure crushes, and evolution says, let's get weird. The octopus, the shape-shifting genius that's basically an underwater spy. Let's talk about a creature so strange, so smart, and so sneaky, it might already be Earth's closest thing to a real alien. The octopus. It's got 3 hearts, blue blood, 8 arms, and 0 bones, which basically makes it a floating brain in a jelly suit. They don't change colour, they change shape, texture, and even light reflection. Sand, rock, coral, boom! Now they're invisible. They can puff up, shrink down, grow bumps, go smooth, like a living, breathing lava lamp. 1 second it's just the ocean floor, next second, surprise, ninja octopus. And let's not even get started on how smart they are. These creatures can solve puzzles, use tools, open containers, even unscrew bottle caps just to get a snack inside. Some have been caught leaving their tanks at night, crossing the room, opening a neighbouring tank, stealing a fish and going back to their own tank like nothing happened. And honestly, the only reason they haven't taken over the world is because they don't have thumbs. Yet. Now here's where it gets even weirder. Their blood is blue. Not in a poetic I'm fancy kind of way, literally blue. That's because they use copper instead of iron to carry oxygen, which helps them breathe better in cold, deep water. And if they don't like what's going on, poof! They squirt a big cloud of ink, like a moody magician vanishing mid-show. That ink stuns predators, confuses humans, and buys them just enough time to slip away into the shadows. It's the underwater version of a smoke bomb, dramatic and 100% effective. So they can morph like shapeshifters, they solve problems like tiny geniuses, they bleed blue, ghost their enemies, and casually vanish into thin water. That's not just a cool animal, that's a potential alien hiding in plain sight. And honestly, if a UFO ever lands and an octopus slides out wearing sunglasses, I won't even be surprised. Hydrothermal vent life, creatures from the lava pit of doom. Let's go deeper, not swim with the dolphins deep, but miles beneath the surface, straight into the abyss. Down here, sunlight doesn't even bother showing up. The pressure is enough to crush a car like it's made of paper, and the temperature swings between freezing cold and boiling hot, depending on which crack in the earth you're floating next to. This is the world of hydrothermal vents, deep sea chimneys that spit out toxic, acidic water hot enough to melt your face off. It's like Earth cracked open and started leaking chemicals, and somehow, creatures looked at all that chaos and went, yeah, this feels like home. And the life down here, it's not just weird, it's impossible. Let's start with tube worms. No eyes, no mouth, no stomach, no digestive system, just a long, fleshy tube full of bacteria that handle everything for them. These bacteria eat poison gas. Literal hydrogen sulfide, the stuff that smells like eggs died in a volcano and turned it into food. The tube worm just sits there doing nothing while its internal microbes run the show. Oh, and these worms aren't tiny, they grow up to 8 feet tall, which means they're taller than LeBron James and live in an environment that would kill you in less than a second. Their homes are cracks in the ocean floor, spewing boiling water at over 300 degrees. That's not just extreme, that's you don't belong here energy. And yet they belong, almost too perfectly. Here's where the alien theory stops being a theory and starts sounding like a fact. These creatures don't need sunlight. They don't need oxygen. They don't even need food in the way we understand it. They survive entirely off chemicals, using a process called chemosynthesis, which isn't just rare, it rewrites what we thought life needed to exist. These animals have ditched the sun, ditched the air, and evolved to live in boiling poison at the bottom of the ocean. And the bacteria they rely on? Some of them are so genetically strange, they barely register on Earth's family tree. They're not just ancient, they're untraceable. Scientists can't agree on where they came from. Some believe they might be the earliest life on the planet, others think they don't originate from here at all, that they hitched a ride on a meteorite and just never left. Either way, we don't know what they are, but we do know what they're not: normal. If you designed a movie alien, no face, lives in acid, thrives in darkness, eats gas and breaks the laws of biology, this is it. This is the blueprint. So let's be real. If life can survive here without light, without food, without air, then we've already met the aliens. They're not flying spaceships, they're not building crop circles. They're living inside boiling underwater chimneys, 3 miles beneath the surface, and looking at us like we're the strange ones. Now, if you thought the tube worm was weird, buckle up, because the rest of the deep sea cast makes it look downright basic. Let's talk about the glowing crabs. These guys scuttle around hydrothermal vents with bioluminescent patches like they're wearing little rave outfits. But it's not just for fun. They use light to attract prey, find mates, and probably flex on other crabs. Because when you live in total darkness, having your own glow up is a serious survival advantage. Then there are the eyeless shrimp. Since sunlight doesn't reach this deep, eyes are useless, so they just ditch them. Instead, some of these shrimp have heat-sensing spots on their backs, like natural infrared goggles. They literally feel the heat coming off the vents to navigate, find food, and avoid getting poached alive. That's not survival, that's straight up alien tech. And the hoverfish, they don't swim. They just float there, motionless, like they're meditating or buffering. Some of them are so energy efficient, they barely move for hours. Why waste calories when you can just levitate and stare into the abyss? Honestly, that's a mood. But through all of this, the tube worms are still the MVPs. If aliens landed tomorrow and asked, "Take us to your most unexplainable life form," we wouldn't take them to the zoo. We wouldn't show them the dolphins or parrots or anything cute and relatable. Nope, we'd grab a submarine, head 3 miles down and park right in front of this boiling, toxic death vent where 8-foot faceless worms are just chilling. Let's be real. If this was on another planet, it would be front page news. NASA discovers strange life form feeding on poison in lava lakes. But because it's in our own backyard, okay, ocean floor, we just call it marine biology and move on. But don't be fooled. This is alien behaviour. This is biology gone rogue. Gulper eel. Let's get one thing clear. The deep sea is not just weird, it's a full-blown alien freak show. And we're not even done yet, because now we're rolling out the greatest hits of bizarre ocean creatures, each one weirder than the last, each one looking like it escaped from a deleted Star Wars scene. First up, the gulper eel. Picture a balloon attached to a tail, and that's it. Its mouth can unhinge and expand to the size of its entire body just to swallow prey almost as big as itself. It's like the ocean's version of a surprise party, but for fish who didn't ask to be invited. 1 second they're swimming, next second, gulp, gone. No RSVP. Anglerfish. Now meet the anglerfish, deep sea's built-in horror movie. Tiny body, giant teeth, and a glowing light bulb sticking out of its head. Why? Because down here, dinner doesn't come easy. So the anglerfish brings the bait, a bioluminescent lure, that tricks prey into swimming straight into its gaping nightmare of a mouth. It's basically catfishing, but with actual fish. Also, the male anglerfish literally fuses his body into the females when mating. Not rideshare, not clingy, fuses. That's some solid alien romance right there. Blobfish. Moving on to the blobfish. Oh, blobfish. On land it looks like a wet grocery bag having an emotional breakdown, but underwater, totally normal. It only gets that droopy sad sack look when it's pulled out of its high pressure home. So yes, the blobfish isn't ugly, we are just dragging it into the wrong climate. Relatable. And kind of suspicious, because anything that turns from just a fish into abstract sculpture of sadness, depending on where it is, that's either magic or alien anatomy. Dumbo octopus. Now for the Dumbo octopus. This adorable little floating ear flapper looks like it's wandered out of a Pixar movie, with fins that look like ears and a soft squishy body. It kind of bounces through the water like a gummy bear with dreams. But don't let the cuteness fool you. It still survives where most life wouldn't dare swim. It lives in total darkness, under immense pressure, and has never once asked for sunlight. And who else doesn't like the sun? Most aliens we've seen in movies, so go figure. Vampire squid. Next up, the vampire squid. Spooky name, check. Dark red colour, check. Cloak-like webbing that makes it look like it's constantly wearing a Dracula costume, triple check. Despite the dramatic vibes, this creature's actually pretty chill. It doesn't suck blood, it mostly eats marine snow, a polite name for drifting sea debris. So basically, it's the spooky janitor of the deep. And the weirdest part, it has light-producing organs inside its arms, like a glow-stick jelly roll that evolved during an alien rave. Goblin shark. And here comes the goblin shark. This thing didn't get the memo about facial symmetry. With its long flat snout and jaws that launch out of its face like a horror movie jump scare, it's a solid contender for most likely to be mistaken for a glitch in the simulation. It looks like a prehistoric mistake that just kept going. The mouth launches forward at lightning speed to grab prey, then snaps back in. It's not just bizarre, it's something you'd expect from a space parasite in a sci-fi survival game. Glass squid. Now how can we forget about the glass squid? This little guy is almost entirely transparent. You can literally see its organs floating inside its body like a biology class model kit. It's the ultimate hide-and-seek champion. Because if you can't see it, you can't eat it. Also, it kind of always looks like it's avoiding confrontation. Mood. But more than that, its entire body functions like a stealth cloak. Tell me again how this isn't an alien with a built-in invisibility suit. But here's the thing. These creatures aren't just weird to look at. They matter. Every one of them plays a role in keeping the deep sea functioning. They recycle waste, support entire ecosystems, and keep the underwater food chain running smoothly. Without them, the ocean and life as we know it starts falling apart. So not only are they strange, they're essential. Which sounds a lot like the quiet background aliens in every good sci-fi universe, doing the work while the flashy heroes get the credit. So let's recap. We've got creatures that glow, float, vanish, inflate, morph, eject organs, survive lava baths, and don't need sunlight, oxygen, or your approval. If that's not alien enough for you, I don't know what is. And the best part, we've only explored about 5% of the ocean. That means 95% is still a mystery. Still hiding its secrets, still waiting to freak us out. Which means that somewhere down there, beyond the glow sticks and gooey nightmares, something even stranger might be watching. And if it waves, wave back. So the next time someone tells you aliens might be out there in space, remind them, they're already here. They've got no eyes, glow in the dark, and live in underwater volcanoes. And honestly, they've been slaying the whole time. And if you want more weird, fun, and sciencey videos, hit that subscribe button. You know it's free, right? Drop a comment telling us which creature made you say, nope, I'm out. Because trust me, we've barely scratched the surface. Literally.